This video is brought to you by Farfetch. Use code JacquesFF10 at checkout for 10% off your Farfetch order, and stay tuned for more. Yo, hey guys, it's poppin', Jacques Slade here. Back with another unboxing, and today I have the first sneakers that I've ever purchased for resale. So I have not bought sneakers at resale my entire sneaker career because I have a ton of sneakers. So I often feel like I don't need to buy stuff at resale. If I can't get it at retail, if I can't seem to get it and I catch an L, then I just kind of go with it. But the people at Farfetch, they reached out, said they wanted to sponsor a video, and we went back and forth. And one of the ideas, I was like, well, maybe I'll buy my first resale sneakers. And so that's what we did. And I used the Farfetch platform to do it. And I'll get into Farfetch a little bit more. But first, let's get into the sneakers that we have here, and so you can get a look. So as you see, I have 4 pair here, and I mixed it up. So I've been trying to experiment with different types of sneakers. And one of the sneakers that I've looked at, and one of the brands of sneakers that I've always wanted to buy, is Y3 by Yamamoto. So it's a collaboration that he does with Adidas, and he does like these really like crazy futuristic sneakers. And one of the sneakers that I've been looking at is this one, the Kaiwa. I believe it's Kaiwa, that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. But without further ado, let's hop into it. You see it comes in a really nice box, has the Y3 there, and it has Adidas and then Yohei, I believe that's how you say his name, Yamamoto. But let's hop inside. These shoes are, I would say, a bit on the luxury side. I wouldn't call them exactly luxury sneakers, but they're closer to luxury than they are to like street sneakers or performance sneakers, which is what you usually see here on this channel. So obviously they're gonna spice it up when it comes to the packaging. Have obviously very nice bag here, and there's one for each shoe. So you get the bags there, very, very nice touch. What is this? These are some additional laces, and these are actually wax laces, black wax laces, so that's always a good touch. Definitely appreciate that. But let's actually get to the shoes here. Let's take these out in here. So this is the Y3 Kaiwa, K-A-I-W-A, and as you can see, they're definitely not your typical and normal looking sneaker. Very sleek, very forward looking, very modern, I would say, as well. So they have a very modern take to them. Lots of different overlays. Leather on here feels nice and soft. You see they go with the white leather, then it goes into black. They have like a booty construction here that your foot slides right into there. So the tongue's a little high, adds a little nice pop here at the heel with the little tag, and get the Y3 branding. So this is definitely, again, this is not your typical sneaker. This is a little outside of the world of performance brands. It's a mix of performance and luxury. So it's like, again, that blend between the two. So if you're into something that's a little outside of the norm, check out Y3 because it's some really dope kicks, and they actually incorporate like Boost and other Adidas technologies into some of his designs. This one isn't particular, it doesn't have it in particular, but they do have a bunch of different stuff there. So first one out of the way. This is something that just kept selling out, and they were super hard to get. I was at All-Star, I missed the drop at All-Star, so I wasn't able to get them. But checking out Farfetch, they were available there. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make it one of my first resale sneakers, and let's get it. So this is the Yeezy Quantum, and this is the Barium colorway. So there you go. I didn't know what to think about these when they first came out, just because they do look big, they do look a little bulky, and that I do still feel that way, that they're big and they're bulky. But being that I don't have these in my collection, I thought it was something that I should definitely add. They do look a little big. Now I'm between an 11 and an 11 and a half, so I may have to return these and see if I can get an actual 11, just because these feel a little big. I'll try these on and see what they feel like. But obviously, you know, they have the suede here at the toe, which is obviously a nice touch. They have the neoprene here at the heel. Not not a lot of padding back here at the heel until you get deep down inside. And then you can see they have the padding right here near your Achilles to help protect your Achilles in there, which is nice. Has a pretty solid heel counter. And then you see the foot is pretty wide here. Now, a lot of basketball shoes, you'll see that they have an outrigger here on the side. This one doesn't have an outrigger, but I shouldn't say it doesn't have a pronounced outrigger. There's a little bit of an outrigger there on the side to give it a little bit of extra cushioning there, so when you're cutting, your foot doesn't roll over. You have that outrigger to give you a little more stability there, and that's why a lot of brands do that. I do like the gum or glow-in-the-dark outsole look there, and this seems like a very nice plate here. I'm not sure if it goes all the way across. I need to see a breakdown of these shoes to see how far this midsole goes into the shoe. I'm hoping that it goes all the way across to give you some rigidity when you're cutting back and forth, but we'll have to see. But anyway, yeah, so just want to give you guys a quick look. This is the Yeezy Quantum Barium, QNTM Quantum Barium. And this is the first time that I've had them in my hands. They're heavier, I guess. No, well, I guess I always expected them to be a little heavy, but this isn't as heavy as I thought. Let's keep it moving. But before we do that, a word from our sponsor over at Farfetch. Yeah, what are you doing?
Farfetching.
Farfetching?
Farfetching.
Farfetching.
Far-fetching.
That's not a thing.
You're not a thing.
Well, obviously I'm a thing.
So is farfetching.
Just tell me what farfetching is.
Nope.
Oh.
Fine. If you must know, farfetching is when you go on Farfetch to shop. They have over 300 of the world's best brands, and in 20...
Wait, did you put me in an ad?
Yeah. This is an ad. And in 2018, Farfetch acquired Stadium Goods, and they give you access to over 3,000 brands and boutiques. Plus, they give you the largest selection of luxury goods on one single platform. Plus, all their sneakers are authentic, and there are no hidden fees.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, just put words all over my face. Who cares?
Hey, shh. Can I finish? As I was saying, they have no hidden fees. What you see on the website is what you pay. Plus, they have a 14-day stress-free return policy for your sneakers, and they support small businesses that don't have an online presence.
That actually sounds kind of nice. That's pretty dope, actually.
Farfetching.
Farfetching. Okay, so when Farfetch reached out and they wanted me to get some sneakers, I was like, okay, I'll get some of the resale stuff that I wanted, but I also want to try some luxury stuff that I might not necessarily buy unless I was like kind of poked and prodded to do it. And so that's where this came out. So this shoe is by Lanvin. It's a brand that I've actually been watching and paying attention to, but I've never actually copped any of their gear. So when this opportunity came along, I was like, yo what, I'm going to do it. I love the simple designs that they do. So that's where this one came along. This is called the Lanvin Bumper Low Top Sneakers. That's the thing with luxury sneakers. They don't get really super creative with the names. So this pair comes with an extra pair of white laces, comes with 2 dust bags, and these are actually cloth bags, which is very nice. Has the Lanvin Paris there. Very nice touch like that. That looks really nice. Again, this is definitely more on the luxury side of sneakers. I got this in a Euro size, didn't even have these in American size, but there you go. Very, very cool. It's kind of out there a little bit. It's basic, but it also has some cool lines to it and a cool shape to it. For the toe box, they have a little bit of suede here going up the middle, and then that kind of traces around the laces, and then you have it there on the heel. This tab is a little thicker, obviously, than I would want it to be. But again, this is definitely more on the luxury side of shoes and not something that you should look at as on the performance side of things. Has the Lanvin on the tongue. It's a nylon tongue that's unfinished, so it's frayed. And the interesting thing about this tongue is generally when you see like the unfinished tongues, it's literally just a cutout of foam. But this one, it's actually frayed a bit around the edges. So you have some, and it looks like there's been some wear to it actually. So that's very cool. Has a leather liner here around the ankle, which is a very nice touch, although I probably wouldn't wear these without socks considering that. And then on the heel, they have an extra little, I'm gonna call it a bumper here to give it a little, I guess, to change the way that the lines look and make it look thicker back there. If you've obviously seen some of the more recent shoes that have come out from brands, they have this little bumper here in the back, and Lanvin looks like they're doing that as well. It's a really interesting take. And then on the outsoles, these things are massive. They have some huge plugs here on the outsole, so you don't have to worry about these wearing down fast at all. I mean, this reminds me of how thick the outsoles are on Pharrell's UMD. Yeah, Pharrell's UMD, how thick the outsole is on those. These have that same sort of like big blocky thickness, which I imagine is very nice. And you guys might see me rocking these one of these days, trying to be cooler than I actually am. And then finally, this is the Resell sneaker that I've always been looking at. I've wanted it for a long time. For those that follow this channel, you know that I have a lot of support for the Dornbecker program. It's for the OHSU hospital in Portland. They support the children. It's a children's hospital. And one of the shoes from the Dornbecker program that I've always wanted to get my hands on is the Air Jordan 3. And that is what this is. Very, very nice. Definitely excited because I wanted to get these in my hands. I've wanted these for a very long time. These originally came out back in 2013. Well, they originally came out in 2010. They were re-released in 2013. This is the 2013 pair. And again, just a shoe that I've always wanted to have in my collection, but I was never able to get my hands on it. And today I have them, and I can't wait to wear these. As you can see, they're already starting to yellow the outsoles. So they have some yellow on them, but that's okay. I'm good with that because they're going to get worn and get worn in, which is really the whole purpose of the shoes. These were designed by Cole Johansson, and you're supposed to be able to see his name here in the diamond quilted pattern that they have here, which is a very nice touch. It's very subtle, which is very cool. Obviously, they have the elephant print. They have the silver on the inside, which gives it a little pop of color. Cole had lymphoma, and that's why he was picked to design the Air Jordan 3 for this shoe. And he ended that, and like I guess the detail that most people don't get to see on there is that on the inside, it has strength and courage on the insoles, because obviously if you have lymphoma and you're in a hospital and you're a kid, strength and courage is something that you need in order to make it through. So big shout out to Cole. Really excited that I was able to get these in my hands, and I appreciate the design work that you did, Cole. Anyway, I want to give a big shout out to Farfetch. Thank you guys for one, sponsoring this video, and one, allowing me to connect with a pair of sneakers that I've wanted for a very long time, and now I have them in my collection, and I'm super excited about it. So thank you. Definitely appreciate that. And yeah, guys, check them out, farfetch.com. 14-day return policy. They have over 3,000 shops and brands. They represent boutiques all over the world. They own Stadium Goods, so you can get a lot of Stadium Goods products there. And what you see on the website is what you pay. There's no extra fees or any of that stuff popping up out of nowhere. What you see is what you pay, and stuff gets delivered within like a week. I ordered these, and they got here maybe 3 or 4 days later. So definitely check them out if you haven't checked them out already. Anyway, that being said, as always, guys, thank you for watching. I'm Jacques Slade. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe, but that's only if you want to. Seriously, you don't have to. I just want you to enjoy the content. As always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.